It is Monday, and I figure I take you guys on a ride along. Maybe I'll try to actually show you exactly what I do, not just nagging on other contractors. But here's the plan. So today we arrived at the job site, and I have to double check to see the plumber's failed inspection that we had on Friday. And it's pretty warm in here. That's a really good sign. Here, I have my fans. They're set up, my heater unit, furnace, whatever the heck it's called. Everybody in the comments seems to have the right wording for it. This is what it looks like. I figure I'd just show you guys. Here's our Honeywell thermostat. Just do this all in one take. I'm tired of editing. I'm tired of trying to make myself sound better and doing all these shots, but I'll take you guys basically on the raw, unedited version of what it looks like. So today it's Monday. I have a plumbing inspection scheduled. I have electrical inspection scheduled. I need to pass both of those for me to schedule my framing inspection, which I'm hoping to pass tomorrow. If I can pass that, then I'll be able to do the installation. And installation is probably going to take me maybe 2-3 days. The guys are really fast to do the installation. I'm just hoping to pass these two rough-ins today. The inspectors haven't called me. Sometimes in Vancouver, they call you and tell you when they're coming out. Today, they haven't called me yet, so I'm trying to preemptively, obviously, look and see to make sure we passed. Well, sorry, made the corrections, and then that we're going to pass the inspection. Realistically, this does matter. If we pass today, it's going to be a big deal. So my plan is, since this is already all warm, I need to take this guy, actually take him to the middle unit. Pretty big, pretty heavy, but that ain't going to stop us. I have a little dolly here. I'm going to grab this guy, slide her over there, and I'll show you guys here what that looks like. Okay, plan is just to kind of guys the more day-to-day stuff, actually, what it looks like to be a GC, basically, or just to be a builder here in Vancouver, Washington. I'm going to grab this guy over here, slide him on over. She's pretty thick, so I'm not going to do it all in one take. I'm going to put her down. There's a lot of things people like to watch. I hear it's fire, ocean, and people working. So you guys got to watch me work a little bit. Alrighty, just ate it here. Jumping off this thing, trying to set up a camera, but we out here now. Okay, a little cart. It's a lot steeper than it looks on a wide angle lens. We're losing traction, boys. Now, some of the people were commenting, saying, hey, you're gonna have such a crazy electrical bill with this thing. It's gonna be so expensive. Running fuel and diesel is not any cheaper. I ran it before on the other job sites. Here, it gets so cold. You have to have some sort of heat source. And realistically, without heat, it's gonna delay the whole job. Even if it costs me a couple $100 just for heating alone, the energy bill, it's definitely worth it. I'm not too concerned about a couple $100 on the energy bill. I just need to get this thing heated. And if I have the availability to have this furnace, I'm gonna take it and try to get this job site as clean, warm, and as much airflow as possible. Okay, make sure I grab the fans. There's 2 of them in here. These 2 guys, gotta make sure, lock the unit behind me. Before I do that, I gotta make sure I have the key with me. Now, every job site is different, obviously, and they're at different stages. This one, I'm right about ready to go and get my framing started. I have a guy coming out, he's gonna help me clean it today. It's really funny how everybody has an opinion about construction, about their job site. One guy's like in a broom in the comments. Pretty funny. But every job site has a different that it's at. And I don't always need to go through and clean it. For example, during rough-ins, some of the videos I'm showing you guys, the rough-in guys are mid-work. I'm not going to go out and clean it. I'm going to tell them to try their best to keep the job site clean. But ultimately, we have to just do a final clean out right before we start installation. That's when we'll go through all the bays, make sure everything is cleaned out, vacuumed out, which actually happens to be today. Having a buddy of mine stop by. He's in school looking for some work, and I'm gonna have him clean this place out. Okay, the power flow in here. I always am scared that I can shock myself, but looks like we're chilling. Okay, we're up. There we go. We got that delay in her. Okay, right here. There we go. We did the upstairs already. It should be warm. I'm still gonna probably set one up down here so that it will just direct all the airflow up there. These guys are pretty sweet. They're daisy chained. So what that means is that you run one into an extension cable, and then you can run from one and plug it into another one without needing another extension cable. They're like, what, 100 bucks maybe each at Home Depot. So it ain't all that bad. I grab the extension cable here. Grab that. Should be here. Let me take you guys along the journey. I have my extension cord ran underneath this plywood here that I set up. And the reason obviously I do this is to lock everything down, make sure I don't have any strangers coming in. I don't have any drywall or insulation yet, so I can't lock the garage door. It's not going to do me any good. I do have a garage door already installed, but my garage like for the door, not the garage opening door. But the reason is pour my concrete yet. I can't pour my concrete until I pass my framing, until I do my rough-ins. That's where we're at right now. So that's where the plywood comes in handy. Okay, let's grab the lovely extension cable. Okay, we'll plug this guy in. Great. Get one of these guys on, angle it up, and this one will just be on the floor. Perfect. Maybe I can, yeah, actually I want it going towards that room. I can always do the garages later. Now that we have that heat out of the way, I'll kind of tell you what my day looked like. So this morning I was at a coffee shop. I was going through my schedule. I was making sure that all my emails are replied to, going through my invoicing, making sure I'm going to be paying out all my contractors here shortly. Today, the bank should be coming out for a draw. I'm kind of inspection. I'm trying to see if I can pass that plumbing inspection today. I have an electrical inspection, but also I have a bank draw that's going to be coming out today. They haven't come out yet, but I want to make sure that they do come out. I have a lot of guys I'm trying to get paid out. I want to make sure that all the guys that are working, they get paid in a timely manner. The bank said they're going to come out on Monday, which is great. It'll take me about 4 days for them to transfer the money, for me to be able to pay out the subcontractors the following day. And obviously I'm here making sure that we're going to pass electrical. It looks like my electricians already ran the wires. As you guys remember, these wires were cut, a bunch of stuff was cut and missing, and they came through, they connected the EVR systems. Oh, doesn't want to go up. There we go. They connected the EVR systems. This is just for airflow, making sure that our attic is getting ventilation here. On this side, when I was walking it, I remember the master as well. There were some wires cut. It looks like they ran everything. So I'm walking through. It's a Monday. I'm always on the job on the Mondays, and I try to be on the job on Fridays. The reason is schedule started, the week started, and how you start the week oftentimes dictates how you're going to end it. So I'm out here making sure everything is good. It looks like we still need a sweep here, clean up everything. I want to make sure all the bays are cleared out before we do insulation. So I'm going to have a guy come out. He's going to sweep and vacuum everything, make sure it's all done right. And I'm just looking at the job site, making sure that everything is good. We didn't get vandalized over the weekend. We're making sure that our heat is in the right spot. And typically Mondays, like I said, I'll do scheduling for starters, always doing scheduling, checking emails, checking invoices, and seeing if there's anything urgent that needs to be taken care of immediately. Right now, I need to make sure I get my tile selected sooner than later and my hardwood flooring, because right after drywall, my tile guy is going to come in and he's going to run everything up to the cabinets. So I need to make sure that I'm thinking about the schedule as I'm walking the job, as I'm taking these measurements, as I'm getting a whole game plan put together, making sure that the guys have as much time as possible in advance to know what they're going to be doing. That pretty much concludes the job site walk. I try to be at the job site longer than I have to be. I don't just hang around. I try to be efficient with what I've got, and today we're waiting on inspections. So this is just one of those days where you just have to cross your fingers and hope for the best. You shouldn't be really hoping. Your guys should know what they're doing. They should be able to pass their inspections. This is the third time we're going around with the plumbing. HVAC trade-ins already passed. Electricians, this is their, I think, second time going around because we had the wires cut. So obviously we failed then. They're going to come through, look at the electrical, look at the plumbing. We passed those two. Right away, I'll schedule framing for tomorrow. In Vancouver, I can actually do next day inspections. It's kind of nice. Portland, it doesn't work like that. Assuming we pass today's trade inspections, I'll right away schedule my framing inspection. If I was a betting man, I would say we're going to have some sort of framing correction, whether it's small or big. My framer actually has been really cool about it. He's like, hey, let me know as soon as you do when the inspector's going to be there. I'll have a guy there on site. And for framing specifically, it's really cool to have a framer that's on site because they'll just jump on it, get it done right away. It's really hard to understand the corrections when it comes to framing. He'll be like, and missing fasteners. Is it on a hanger? Is it on a strap? Is it on a tie down? Like, you have no idea what it could be. So it's really important, especially for framing inspection, to be there on site and to be able to see. And then sometimes it's just one fastener. It's literally, I failed an inspection before for just one nail being missing. I don't know what this guy's deal was, but there was one nail missing out of like 100, and making it like a little correction where it's like, hey, get it done, send me a photo. He literally fails my whole inspection. This was in Washougal. So anyways, we're pretty much done with the job site for now. The rough-ins, the trades are all done. I checked, I walked everything. It all looked good. It all looked up to par. None of it is going to be associated with being on the job site. So I don't try to be there just for the sake of being there. Sometimes it's nice. You get ideas, or you can catch things maybe that you missed. Today is not one of those days. My guy that's doing installation is the same person that's doing drywall. Very often you'll get a guy that's doing combo installation drywall. So I just anybody that does installation separately and then drywall. And it's really cool to have that because they can then shift their schedule and jump guys around right away. But my insulator, he's aware of this. I already told him, hey, assuming we pass framing on Tuesday, please be ready on Wednesday. Worst case scenario, maybe Thursday. So he has those days kind of for me. And that way I'm able to continue moving the schedule, let him know. Obviously, I'm trying to communicate as much as I possibly can and go from there. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's a new day. Again, like I said, do I think we'll pass? And I want to say yeah, because I believe in my framer, but dude, it's been tough. Like, it's framing your first time around.